The War Memorial is housed in the historic 1910 estate that has served the Grosse Pointe War Memorial Association for over 75 years. This grand estate stands as a testament to our shared history and values, continuing its mission to honor veterans and enrich the community.
We've been here many times for various events, my wife and I, including one marriage, not ours.
The War Memorial began in 1949 as a memorial to 3,500 Grosse Pointers who served and the 126 who died in World War II, and as a continuing center for educational and charitable activities of the Grosse Pointe community.
It's a really attractive property. They obviously opted for kind of Renaissance revival villa, but I think it's done really tastefully because it's really all in the details. The way they decorated it with ornamental plaster and the richness of the finishes. So I think it kind of speaks to kind of Platt's aesthetic and knowing a lot about art, and not only architecture.
I'm so grateful for Fred Alger's gift to be able to do that ballroom, because the intent was to take the pressure off of this old house. It needs a little bit of love. I thought, like, if the walls could talk, they've seen a lot, they could probably say, okay, I'm tired, fix me.
As you can see there's some water damage on the plaster, and this is kind of what facilitated the start of this whole project, which is examining and investigating the historic interiors here at the house. As with all old buildings, things always continually impact them. So they wanted to go through and look at things more carefully, get a greater understanding of what the current conditions are, and have also a greater understanding of what the original appearance was. Being that you're different than the ordinary house museum, where you conduct so many functions and it's usable, and in some ways I believe it's very healthy, where nothing's sacred, but I also understand that it presents its own challenges because you're getting a lot more people walking through the house or using it in a different way. So kind of preservation and maintenance have to be kind of considered together and not just one item where then you're just closing it off, like preservation where you're just closing it off afterwards. I think it's always a dangerous game that you can walk around and think in historic properties that things don't look so bad, maybe we don't need to do anything. Being a caretaker of a historic property means you always have to kind of take care of it. And I think the best way in taking care of something is in the same way like you would a car, and that's preventive maintenance.
I feel very strongly about places like this, and particularly this one, because it's the only thing that maintains a relationship with the past.
But I think it's also that it shows that your due diligence, that you're trying to take care of a property in an appropriate way, because you want to be able to preserve these things as best you can for people in the future.
It's our time and our turn to preserve this home, to continue to provide a place for our community to come and honor and serve, engage, learn, celebrate, and experience all that we have to offer. Experience an event, or it's a concert, or it's a cooking class, or it's a dance, or it's a memorial service. Encourage people to step through the doors.
Living and breathing in the Alger House, the War Memorial stands as a beacon of our cherished moments. But just imagine, if these walls weren't here to hold our history, our celebrations, our joys, let's ensure it stands strong for another 75 years, never fading from our community's heart.